Embrace the magical side of life, where anything is possible and the infinite is accessible to all. Let's have a conscious conversation about what's going on in the world, in your life, and your relationship from the expanded perspective of your soul. The path to awareness begins and ends in the heart. So let's take it there, one step at a time, and learn to cultivate magic in your life every single day. In each episode, we share a collective space in which we discover the unique facets of our own magic and embody our superhuman qualities by humbly exploring how it's super simply to be human. Hosts Kai and Dell co-create a magical experience to remind you that you are magical as fuck. Now, be unleashed. This is our daily magic.
Yeah, one job, Kai. Yeah, one job. And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Our Daily Magic. I was pulling up the thing I wanted to read before we get into it. So, it's just us today. And it's funny how, like all the other days, we have people lined up to have as a guest. And for some reason, this day wasn't picked. The 12th. Or is it the 12th, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever day it is. Happy October. Happy day after. Now it's called Indigenous People Day. I like that though.
Yeah.
Indigenous people. It's kind of lit. So, welcome to Our Daily Magic. In this podcast, we like to have conversations in which people showcase their magic. And our intention with this is to help people to discover their unique magic. And in other words, discover your unique essence and to bring it out in unique ways. There's always something we can learn. There's always something we can teach in every moment, every conversation. And especially all these guests that we had, there's lots of stuff I've been integrating from this magical podcast. Use the M word so many times. Magical, magical, magical. We should have like a magical counter like on the bottom, like a unicorn. I mean, every time you say magical, you push the button, like, ding, ding, ding. Or even like the Pee Wee Herman thing. Today's worst magic. We should do that. That would be kind of funny. You guys, like we just come up with like this a word, so in our conversation with our guests, whenever the word comes up, you said the magical word a day. And for those who are here for the very first time, whether you're going to be watching this in the live stream or YouTube or on our audio streams on iTunes, Spotify, wherever it is, my name is Dell, and I'm one half of this vessel of Our Daily Magic, and this is the other half of the vessel.
I'm Kai.
And we're going to do stuff new today. And it's pretty cool because for those who don't know, Kai and I, besides the podcast, we have other ventures that we do as well to help serve people. And the best way of helping people to know about it is to tell them about it. So moving forward, we're going to be making announcements for what we have stored for this upcoming week, just for you guys to take a look at it if you're interested. So first thing coming up is tomorrow, right? Yeah. Tomorrow we have our conscious love, conscious relationship. The conscious love, conscious relationship group. And that group is on Facebook. Is it conscious relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on Facebook, you can search Conscious Relationship and you will find the group that we have for that. But tomorrow, we're going to have a fun conversation. And this is from people who are currently in the group and also from people who mentioned to us of one of the topics they would love to discuss as it pertains to relationships. And that's on communication. Communication. Communication is definitely, I would say, an essential foundation to make any relationship work. Because if you can't express yourself, or even hear the other person express themselves, how can you find a resolution? So we're definitely going to have a fun conversation with that, talk about our experiences and things that we have integrated for ourselves to help our relationship out. And just because we're talking it in the form of the couples type of thing, because we are a couple, well, duh. But just how communication is important for any relationship, even the relationships you have at work, with your kids, with everyone. So it will translate to whatever relationship you're having, which is synchronistic because, like, I was thinking, like, because conscious relationship, I feel like it's every relationship. It doesn't have to just do with a romantic partner or trying to find a romantic partner.
Mhm.
That's one of them, but there's a deeper meaning for communication, and we're gonna get into it tomorrow. I don't want to spill the spill the conscious tea yet, but I wanted to point that out there. Is there anything else you want to say?
Not about that.
Okay, that's one thing.
Hmm.
And then was it next? Well, Sunday and Monday, right?
Hmm.
So Sunday we have, what's it called again?
We have the Soul Alchemy Collective, and that is a place where we have a group that comes together. We set a collective intention for abundance, prosperity, peace, all the things. And we get to experience group mini readings, meditation together, and just literally keeping the vibe high so that way we can have a great week.
I like that, and I just want to add to that as
Add
well.
to it.
Yeah. So what's happening now? One is people show up, however they show up right now, in whatever moment it is. And what Kai and I do together is we help people for wherever they are to get to wherever they're looking to go, but also to identify some potential blind spots that is potentially stopping them from really elaborating and integrating the experience that they want. And it's pretty cool because she's a powerful medium with her tarot, and it's sort of, I like to call it for myself, the alley oop. But what happens from that in both perspectives is she can be able to identify what the deep thing of what's happening with the person, and then we allow us to have a conversation. And it's pretty cool what happens in a conversation of expressing yourself and not have that fear of being judged for you say or being shamed and being ridiculed. And also there's a support group that's rapidly growing of people besides ourselves that are here to support each other and here to grow each other and here to really just acknowledge. And synchronistically, whenever somebody presents something, the other person's going through it. So that is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Monday, next Monday, what's the Brand Alchemy, right?
Brand Alchemy Mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we get intuitive assistance with our brands and businesses. So we can bring whatever it is that we're going through there and put a little spin on it. So that way we can get some soulful solutions to what's going on in your business so that you can grow, you can expand, and you can reach the people that you want to reach.
Yeah. Amazing. Pretty cool. It's just showing you, and this is an opportunity for ourselves for the first time doing this, and we're going to continue to do this as well, is letting people know about the offers that we actually have available for people to be a service. So of those things, if you're interested, you can comment here, comment in the replay, or you can also reach out to us directly. Our contact information website is wherever you're going to see this on, and reach out. We are definitely looking forward to helping to serve more people. And also, this allows us to step more into the platform of actually letting people know about exactly what we're doing. So
yes, ourdailymagic.com, or you can email us at magic@ourdailymagic.com.
awesome. Look at that. Good job. High five.
Boom.
And hello, the one, whoever this person is here. Welcome. So before we get into whatever we're going to get into, I wanted to share this powerful poem that I received on Sunday. So on Sunday, I was co-leading a breathwork / meditation with my brother, Steve Sonato, who is also a powerful transformative coach. And he shared this poem at the end that I felt the need of sharing, not only because the person who wrote this has the same last name. So I'm, oh, wait, is that my cousin? But just because just feeling this and hearing this poem, it will be impactful for whoever is ready to listen to it. And the title of this poem is called Drunk on Life. And the person who wrote this, her name is Beja Henderson, who, after reading this, I already invited her to be a guest, and she will be a future guest on the future podcast. But this gives you a little appetizer for just the essence of who she is and expressing through her. And she said such a powerful message. When I asked her, I'm like, this is amazing. Like, how did this come through? Or how did you do this? Like, how did you write this? Is it like about your life or things like that? She said, I just allow spirit to come through me. So creation to flow through me and create through me. And from that creation energy that flowed through me, this is what happened. So I'm like, cool. So here we go. Drunk on life. The curious space of not knowing is where new insights are growing. You're not quite sure where you're going, but you see your life is flowing. In this sweet surrender, all you need to remember is to stay out of the way and know you're always okay. Your energy is like fire, manifesting whatever you desire. Silence and presence since your ego retired. Feeling joyful, light, and divinely inspired. Drop your precious past in education. Unleash your courage and imagination. Fill your heart with love and appreciation. Get drunk on life and dance with creation.
Wow.
Yeah. How'd you feel about hearing that?
That's pretty cool. There's a phrase that says, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you make people feel. I feel like just inspired by that.
Yeah. I feel like because in spirit, she was in spirit when she wrote that, so you felt the in spirit from her.
Mm-hmm.
The in spirit rational.
That's great. And you got the inspiration to share it.
Yeah. As soon as I heard this, I'm like, wow. And it's funny when I was like, oh yeah, I gotta like personally thank her and say thank you. So I'm like, yeah, I felt inspired to do that. So I followed my inspiration to like reach out to her, say like, yo, like this is an amazing poem. Like this is powerful. You're powerful. Thank you. And then synchronistically, and I even noticed once I like connect or saw her Facebook profile, the friend request her.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guess who her mutual friend is?
I could, but I won't.
Why? Let's play a game of 3 guesses.
3 guesses?
Yeah.
Rashidat.
No.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
So when I give this clue, I know I'm going to give it away to you. So when I looked on her profile, before I even saw the friends,
yeah,
her her the bio, which is a powerful bio.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "I am nothing and I am everything."
Oh, Steve Hardison.
See, I knew it was gonna give it away. I knew it was gonna give it away. I knew it. Yeah, it's like the Kevin Bacon game. Remember the Kevin Bacon game?
6 Degrees of Steve Hardison.
Yeah, he's a vortex. He is a vortex. Like it all leads to him, which is, hey, he's such a powerful force. And shout outs to Steve Hardison, ultimate coach. Love you, man. Like it's pretty cool how wasn't able to meet him yet in person physically,
Mm-hmm.
but just his spirit and his essence puts an impact on everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. And I like the title "Drunk on Life."
Yeah.
Love it because it reminds me of the story of like just that being drunk. Let's take it there. Because like it's reminding me of the stories of just being drunk, you know. And then this is my story of like when I was drinking before and getting drunk, and it's like, why was I doing it? It was numerous reasons before. Sometimes, like, let's say I was nervous, like going to the club. I was very introverted, and now I discover I'm ambivert. I'm both. I'm introverted in certain moments, and then I'm extroverted. I could be the life of the party, but sometimes I'm introverted. That's just who I am. So for me to like get more courage, so let's say I want to go talk to a female or want to step out more and be like that way, I would drink. Why? Because when I drink, it's like that part of me that's like holding me back gets quiet at bay. So then I'm just flowing. I'm just being in the moment. I'm having fun. I'm connecting with everybody. But potentially, eventually, like throw up stuff like that, or even like I would be drunk and like to just I'll get drunk to be able to numb the suppressing what's going on in the reality right now, to be able to escape the reality of this reality that's causing me pain and torture type of thing. So to be able to put that away for a little bit and just be sitting for the most part. Sometimes I watched Hitch and I was crying. I used to go to Bottle King. I think I told you about that. When I had my Bottle King's card, and every Friday it was a big bottle of vodka for like $5. The fruit flavored vodka. It was like $4 or $5.
Wow.
Get it every weekend and just drink the whole thing.
Wow.
And that was before we did the sake and
Tito's.
Tito, Taki, burrito, amigo, suck like a mosquito.
Yeah.
Faster than the fastest torpedo.
Bars.
Pierce it through a needle.
Okay. Need beat?
Got a juice like beetle.
Wow.
That Pokemon Weedle.
I remember that one.
But yeah, just being able to use that as that metaphor of using the drunkenness to escape those moments. So to put all that stuff to the side, the pain and everything else, like put it away for this moment so I can be able to enjoy this moment. Or even just like, another week of this job that I hate, and oh man, I just want to be able to enjoy my Friday. Happy it's Friday now, because now I could go get wasted and get drunk and forget about all this stuff at work until that Sunday night when I'm like, fuck, I gotta do this shit again. Only do the same thing again as well. So, and I tell here people who are doing that as well. I feel your pain from that, and also the escapism of something comfortable like drinking and things like that. Well, it's comfortable to a certain aspect. Obviously, there's side effects for doing that, but the drunkenness of being able to put those things away
Mm-hmm.
and then be able to just be in the moment, enjoy life. And also, this from my experiences as well, my escapades of dealing with females, not going to name them, who told me that drinking helps them to be able to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that because I totally hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm drunk, I am myself.
Mm-hmm.
Myself meaning like I don't care like okay how this person perceived me or care about like oh my god I like this person. I'm gonna talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can be less attached to it,
Mm-hmm.
and I go have that conversation. I'm gonna go, but it helps to take off those protective mechanisms for a little bit and be myself. So I hear where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I've done it before, so that's why it struck me to hear that word drunk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What about you?
What was interesting to me is like thinking about being like so like intoxicated with like the present moment.
Mm.
Like so much so that nothing else exists. And to be honest, does anything else really exist?
And what do you mean by that? If does anything else exist?
Besides the present moment?
Mm-hmm. And the reason I was asking that is exists. So if somebody's in the present moment, what are some things that could potentially exist for them besides the present moment? If in the present moment they have something existing.
And that is the present moment.
So let's say like in the present moment, what is this for you is thinking about something in the future or thinking something in the past. Does that still count as the present moment?
Mm-hmm.
So in the present moment, that's what exists for them. So what's intoxicated me in the present moment for you?
Just being like so here. There's now, but then there's also here. So when we're talking about like where a person's focus is, where a person's focus is, having that focus being like so here and in the now, then there's like, it's like there's no room for anything else.
Focus in the here and the now. Can you share like an example for you when you're just in the here and the now?
Mm-hmm. Like when it's snowing and just like looking out the window and like watching each of the snowflakes fall and like listening for them. It's like in that moment, there's no room for to-do lists or anything else really. It's just this whole experience of this one thing. To me, that's like intoxicating.
It's cool. You're showing a definition of a different intoxication. And also the fact like how toxic could be a word. People avoid like the plague. Like, toxic. You're toxic. He's toxic. We're toxic. No, I'm not toxic. You're toxic. This is toxic. There's different levels. Intoxication.
All right, I'm looking up the definition now.
Cool. So
Mm-hmm.
while she's looking that up,
Mm-hmm.
think for yourself, what does drunk mean to you? And also, if you got drunk before, what's the reason for you getting drunk? and your reason isn't bad. It isn't good either. We're just going to be neutral with it. It's the reason why you do it. Sometimes even getting drunk's a celebratory thing.
And intoxicate means being under the influence, or it means to excite.
To excite?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. You see what happens when you actually just allow yourself to hear the words and hear the definitions, and it's just like there's different means for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's like being in, and that's a great way of explaining it with like being with the snow in that way, and also like how does the snow sound?
Exactly.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, I never really heard. I heard like the well, sometimes it's like really like going like really heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but never really thought like, what does the snow sound like? Just imagine the question when it was like, when a tree falls in the woods, did anybody hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Question is yes.
According to Abraham, it's a no.
What if you're walking, you hear a tree fall?
The question is if no one's around.
Oh, if no one's around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, yeah. What if there's a? What about the bird?
No one, including the bird.
What about the other trees?
Those two.
Don't they hear it? Because they're always connected. So it's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh no, oh no, Tremaine is falling, guys. Yeah, they said that they're connected by the roots, right? All the trees.
Yeah.
So like when like one's getting like chopped off, they all feel it. Like fuck, fuck, fuck. Ah! You ever think about that? Like when you like pulling a plant or something like that, because like they feel stuff because they're alive. So when you get it, ah. So is it like when you're pulling a root? Would it be like I don't even know, or like for our example, like us getting our dreads pulled out? Is it like sort of like that? Ah.
Who knows?
They're going to protest for like the weeds, for the weeds lives matter as well. Like plucking all the weeds out.
And does it hurt when the leaves fall off in the fall?
Isn't that part of the process? It's like shedding. I feel like it's like Hopper's hair type of thing.
Yeah.
With the leaves falling, because it's like it's the process. It goes down and then it comes right back. It comes back.
Got it. So what's the sound of one hand clapping?
Any more questions?
That's funny.
Oh yeah, that was the thing we wanted to talk about too. Well, we shared the poem, amazing, and that's good. The drunken dance with creation, and that right there, you just embodied what the poem was talking about with that dance.
Oh yeah.
That's a creation of snow. You got intoxicated by just observing what's happening in the moment, in the present moment. You weren't thinking in the future, thinking in the past, really just observing and seeing the beauty in all in the present moment. I mean, to me, it felt like that's like the essence of the poem.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like for that, what can hinder us from being in that drunkenness and intoxication of the moment?
Rationalizing, intellectualizing the moment. doing things intentionally to avoid the present moment.
Like the story I was sharing before.
Which story?
I remember when I was saying like drinking.
Mm. What's interesting is that like you said, is that even avoiding the present moment if you're in it?
I think it like gets you even more present in the present moment as well.
Interesting.
Because who was it? I forgot which spiritual teacher it was, but he said, for me, I do my transcendental meditation, and then at the end of the day, I have my cigarette, I have my whiskey, I have my cup of whiskey, and I have my cigarette. So, and him doing that, it helps him to get more present in the moment
Mm-hmm.
as well. So, I feel like that because like you're so present, you're enjoying life, you're being good. Like when you're drunk and stuff, you're having so much fun, and you know it too. Like the drunk people, are like hey, like they're more open hearted, and it's funny. Like the people who are like the meanest
Mm.
on a normal day
Mm-hmm.
when they drop this stuff and we're drinking so and like open up more, and then it's like hey yeah, like that type of thing. Even like in the journey space, you know, like we really don't know people. And like me personally, I was like an introvert. Like I don't fucking know you. But then like midway through the journey, when the heart's open, oh my god, I want to touch you. That's another toxification. Just being in a moment and dropping the identifications and shit. It's like the ego. Here you go. Let me put you right here for a little bit. Have some fun, and then you get to really see what's really happening in the moment when you're able to drop the lens. That's the perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping your unique lens.
Oops.
And to be able to experience the moment for what it is in moments. But then the beauty of having like those type of conversations and things like that.
Yeah, totally.
Do you feel people could be intoxication in a way that can potentially have them powerless? It's a perfect segue, so I'm ready to go there.
It's interesting, like the way that we were talking about the present moment. Is it really possible to leave the present moment? And it has me thinking the same way about power. Is it actually possible to give it away, or is it just a perception?
I think it's a perception. Well, this is my hypothesis and the many hypotheses, but also is my truth. I feel that you could. There's illusion that you can give your power away, but it's like energetically.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say something's happening for me, and the reason why something's happening for me in my world, my belief is because something or someone outside of me is the reason why this is happening to me, and this is it. So I'm giving my straight up, and me, I feel like I'm giving my straight energy and my focus all to this one thing as a reason why things are the way that they are. And I'm gonna go somewhere with this. So, Wusa. And my life experiences. And no judgment, just expressing it. And I know it's gonna resonate with people as well. When I would do something before, so let's say I did something that could be considered bad. My excuse for that, and I'll give my power away to it, is the devil told me to do it. That's the reason why. And another thing that happened with this as well is I'm upset now. I'm sad. I'm angry. And I can say that, oh, it's because of what this person did is the reason why I'm upset, or because the fact of the Vikings lost, I'm upset. I'm angry. It's right. Those things spark something out of me.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I would do is that's the sole reason why I'm upset right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking Vikings every freaking time getting so close, and heartbreak at the heartbreak at the heartbreak at the heartbreak. And oh yeah, I still feel that way about it, but it's different now because with that heartbreak, it would translate to others. I was giving my sole reason to the Vikings for the reason why I am upset. I'm upset because of these Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm upset because my partner said this or did this. I'm upset because my partner didn't give me attention and I want attention now. And you don't give me attention, I'm upset because of that. And then the upsetness, the thoughts come up, the beliefs come up. And here's another prime example. And we were just talking about this last week. The retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there before. I would say, oh, here comes this. Why am I so upset right now? Why have all these emotions coming up inside of me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why out of nowhere now? I'm not so giddy as I was. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm feeling upset. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling stressed. I'm feeling frustrated. Oh, check my calendar. Oh man, there's a retrograde happening right now. That's the reason why I'm upset right now. This retrograde thing is the reason why I'm so upset and all these other things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Could be right. Maybe there's an energy force behind it, but there's a common denominator for all those examples that I shared from my own life, in which all those things are happening inside of me. And obviously these events and things out there they sparked something out of me
Mm-hmm.
happening. And also I was taught as a kid, and this is taught from, I'm pretty sure whoever may have came up in a religious background, that when something bad is happening, this is who you blame for something bad happening. This is the reason why. If you act bad or if you think a thought or all this other stuff, this is who you put your blame on, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn. Now I think about it, like, damn. When's the devil gonna get therapy, man? Shit. But like, and that's the thing I was talking about, the power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving my power away to this thing, and this is the reason why I am the way that I am right now. And for me, I feel powerless of that, because if I keep blaming something outside of me, I'm never gonna be able to take a look inside of me and to like also to just be with what's going on inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I know this resonates with a lot of people, because when we continue to blame something outside of you, but then this thing's still going on inside of you, you start getting frustrated. Start beating yourself up. Why do I keep letting these things happen? Why I keep getting upset? Why is this thing happening like this? Oh my God, or everybody's toxic and I got to be away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's, oh my God, this is so low vibrational. I got to get out of here. Oh man, I'm being so triggered right now. Nope, I can't be here anymore. And it's like, this is for me. How much avoidance do you feel you need to do until you get to the awareness that like it's going on inside of you? It's like it's like that saying, which is so true, when they say like, it's not you, it's me, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And for myself, and this is just a reflection and this acknowledging what's going on inside of me. But once I start to like come to that aha moment, I'm like, wait, these emotions are going on inside of me. And these things outside of me are poking at those things, but shouldn't I go just take a look inside?
Mm-hmm.
and see what parts of me is being upset in the moment, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Those curious questions
Mm-hmm.
out there, because like if it was the case, and that was the aha moment for me too.
Yeah.
If it was the case that this person or this situation or whatever the reason is outside, even the retrograde,
Mm-hmm.
if this was the sole reason for me being the way that I am right now, then how come I was this way in other moments before?
Say it again.
If this thing is the reason why I'm feeling the emotions that I'm feeling right now,
Uh-huh.
then how come I felt these emotions in other situations that didn't involve these things right now?
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. And this is just my thought. This is my truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that there's an abundance of things we can blame for why we are the way that we are. There's abundance of blame we could give to ourselves for the way that we are right now, the way that we feel.
Mm-hmm.
But being able to just, hey, I'm the way that I am right now. I'm feeling the way that I feel right now. And what if that's okay?
Mm-hmm.
What if that's the intoxication that's needed right now in the moment
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to discover that? And that was another trap for myself that I was into of
Yeah.
the, oh, I just want to feel happy.
Mm.
Oh, I can't feel sad. I can't feel angry. I can't feel stress. I gotta stay positive. This anger and these other things are negative.
Mm-hmm.
That's a way to look at it. But what if another way to look at it, a possibility, is finding happiness in what you're feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
Being happy with the fact of the way you're feeling right now. You're feeling. Best way to end the war is to stop battling. Bars. Share your thoughts, please.
Yes. And I might go on a totally different tangent.
Go ahead. Listen. Drop that. Tangent Tuesday. Hashtag.
Right. And that's thinking about like the energy in the body, right? And like the nature of tension. Tension is like a manifestation of a physical battle. You've got one part of your energy going one way, and you've got another part of your energy going the other way. And what they do when they come together is they both create this tense kind of sensation in the muscles, like we learned in the ears. In these places that in our physiology that just like, how often do you think about, is your tongue relaxed? You know, how often do you think about, are your toes relaxed? If they're not relaxed, they're tense. And what's the point of tensing up your tongue or your toes? But it could be a physical manifestation of thought. You know, maybe there's something going on inside that are at odds. And maybe if I just consciously relax for a little bit, then so will the thoughts. Or the other way around. It's like brilliant how we have these physical indicators of what is going on inside. If we think about our body, we can think about our body as external circumstances. Oh, I'm not going to do what I said that I was going to do because I have a headache. Maybe you have a headache because you're not going to do what it is that you said you were going to do. Who knows?
Or if you just have a headache You get to choose to decide what the headache means to you.
Or that.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
I was listening to Matt Kahn's thing.
Mhm.
He was saying, and it's so true, and I resonate with that. Is he's saying we can fall, and this is like in the spiritual world, people doing spiritual and self improvement.
Mhm.
We can fall into the trap of feeling that there's like a justification for why something's happening right now. So, like for example, like the headache thing,
Mhm.
we can fall into we can fall into the belief of, oh man, what spiritual what emotional blockage I have right now for this headache type of thing going on, or like what happened in my past life that led me to having this headache experience right now. So like in that type of thing.
Mhm.
But obviously the headache is here for a reason,
Mhm.
and sometimes the reason is just, baby, I just gotta drink some water
Mhm.
or something like that. But we can put like an attachment, a deeper attachment to it
Mhm.
than what it's here for.
I think that they're all right.
Oh yeah.
Even if it is a far off, oh my gosh, Sirius is not aligned properly with the planet Venus, and that's why I have a headache. Like that could totally be right. Who am I to say that it's not? And also whatever we believe we're right. Maybe I'm giving myself a headache because of that thought. Or just like the example that I gave. Maybe I have a headache because I said that I was going to do something and I didn't do it. Maybe that thing was eat. Maybe that thing was drink water.
I like that too, because it's like whatever gets you to that point
Mm-hmm.
of being able to like accept it and make a choice from it,
Mm-hmm.
a choice that benefits you, whatever path you got to take. There's like infinite paths for it, and in that path, you may have to beat yourself up. But if you get to the point of this accepting and forgiving yourself for beating yourself up,
Yeah.
and it gets you to that path of love and acceptance, whatever path you take is your path.
Yeah.
There's plenty of different ways of dealing with it. I got a headache. I can take an Advil. I got a headache. I can drink some water. I got a headache. I'm just gonna sit with it. I got a headache. I'm gonna get a massage, a cranial massage. I got a headache. I'm gonna get a acupuncture. I got a headache. I'm gonna get Reiki done.
Mm-hmm.
I got a headache. I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit. I'm trying to think anything else. Oh, I got a headache. It feels weird. Oh, let me go see a medical professional. See what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's like plenty of different ways of being with it.
Right.
Or also like, I got a headache. Dang, I shouldn't have drunk so much yesterday. I got. I'm sure a lot of people know what that one is, the hangover headache.
Oh boy.
So maybe there's also like that reason, or like you said, the food thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, like I said I was going to eat. Now my body's saying, yo, I'm supposed to eat. So now I'm going to.
Right. 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 So it's only giving power away, right? And I'm just putting an opinion out there. I don't even know if I believe it. But it's only giving power away, right, when something bad that happens. Oh, this is the reason why I have a headache because of this external thing. What if it was a good thing that happened? Like, oh, I just made an extra $2,000 today because Sirius is aligned with Venus. Is it still giving power away?
How does it feel for you?
Well, I'm asking kind of like based on the thing that you had said before. But if the person's intention was to have something happen and it happened,
feel like, and for me, I feel like that's like just divine assistance. It's like grace, something the higher, something bigger than you, in that type of way.
Right.
So saying something like that,
Yeah.
if that works for you, you feel excited and feel good for it, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about giving your power away is when you blaming something and it like start to contract you, type of thing.
Right. I think I'm trying to get at what is the opposite of that?
Contraction?
No, what's the opposite of the, well, yes, and what's the opposite of that kind of situation?
What do you mean?
So you said blaming something causes a contraction. So what's the opposite of that?
Opposite of blaming?
Mm-hmm.
What is the opposite of blaming? Hey Siri, what's the opposite of blaming? This is called co-creation. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, what's the opposite of blaming?
The answer I found is clergy.
Clergy? Why does it clergy? I'm like, isn't clergy it's church term? Opposite of blaming.
Oh, probably thought you said layman. What's the opposite of layman? Clergy.
Say the opposite of blaming is praise. Woo! Here we go. That's great. So praise.
Mm-hmm.
Praise the fact that whoever or whatever you think is a reason why whatever is coming up for you, the emotions and the feelings and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the praise for it actually helping you to bring awareness to what's going on in the present moment for you.
Okay.
So, the retrograde.
Yeah.
What about instead of blaming a retrograde for all the stuff that's going on with you in your life right now, you actually praise the retrograde for helping you to bring more awareness to what's currently going on in your life.
Yeah. How about that?
That's different. See, by even just saying that, it's empowering.
Mm.
The other way of me saying it before, it felt disempowering for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I meant, empowering. Like those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right or not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a choice of how you would like to receive that energy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what about praising the retrograde? Retrogrades come like, yeah. And I get to work with some I get to go through some stuff, expand. Thank you. Thank you, retrograde. I'm getting them expand more. But it's like I'm laughing because like one of the things retrogrades and you know it, like some of the people out there say, don't make any business decision or anything like this during a retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, okay, are we just gonna shut down business? Because like there's a lot of businesses that are still thriving right now during retrograde.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just me combating that hypothesis out there.
Right, exactly. And what did you say is the solution for not warring?
No war.
Stop doing what?
Stop battling.
There we
But
go.
I don't want to battle it, but also just throw it out there.
Rick James syndrome right
No.
there in front of everyone, y'all.
I'm not combating because like you
He
have
said,
to.
I want to combat this idea.
Okay.
I'm not combating this idea.
Maybe I said the wrong word. Maybe I said the wrong word. I want to throw out there another possibility.
Okay.
Because what can happen with these type of things out there is we can potentially fall easily into one side and not be open to hearing other sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always another possibility for every situation.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we may not have the awareness and knowing that, this is it. This is what it means.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I wanted to throw out that version out there when it said, don't handle any business decisions. So that's like a concrete, don't do this, don't do that type of thing.
Well, what you just said was really powerful because you said it can make you aware of other possibilities. So instead of striking deals during Mercury retrograde, you get to be aware of the other things that you can do, the other things that are in your business that you can give praise for. Maybe it means that I'm creating stronger relationships with the clients and stuff that I already have.
So if somebody offers you $1 million contract for a business, or it's like a business you were working on, a potential client you're working on before the retrograde happened. During the retrograde, you get the contract. Are you going to say, oh, Mr. Client that I've been talking to for so long, I'm not going to accept this because I can't accept this right now because of the retrograde. I'm going to wait until the retrograde is over to accept this contract.
Well, what you just said before that was you were saying that this is an opportunity to create more possibilities. The situation that you're asking me right now is you're asking, well, do you want to exclude this one? And all we're doing right now is we're just making more. Just like you said, getting more aware to what's here. That's expansion.
Yeah, but back to the question.
Which is a contraction question.
How's a contraction question? It's an example of that.
Of something to exclude from the set of possibilities.
You're not answering the question though. If that happened, so let's say you were working with a client, a potential client, and you got a proposal out to the client.
Okay.
The client say, okay, I'll get back to you. I'll let you know. And this is before the retrograde. Now, during the retrograde, you get the contract back. Okay. The person, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this stuff. I'm ready. Are you going to say to this person, okay, well, we're in retrograde right now. I can't accept this contract and work with you right now because it's during the retrograde.
Okay.
Can we start this after the retrograde? Or like, how would you handle that situation?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love to get a contract though.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get to of that. Meaning, and that's the thing I was throwing out, another possibility, because it's easy to fall into one possibility based upon what you hear out there in the masses. I see it. I see what people say, like, okay, don't worry about, oh, you can't purchase a home. You can't, it's like concrete stuff. And for me, when something's like that on one side of things, I always like to question for myself. Cause I check in with myself, like, is it true for me? No. And also, like, is that the absolute truth? No. Because if it was, and this is just me, if it was an absolute truth, all business would be shut down right now.
And it is a truth.
It is a truth. It's a truth that gets you to a certain point. And also for me, I allow infinite truths, meaning that there is always another truth out there. I could easily fall. I could easily follow that one truth. But like for me, I'm like, I'm not going to put the infinite and finite for every moment opportunities out there. Because when I put the infinite and finite, I'm gonna get finite perception and finite views for things. But
right. So what if the point is just to look or to question?
That's what I do.
Then maybe you got it.
I like to question. I like to question things, and also because like I always feel there's always another perspective to take a look at. Take a look at things. And also for like this, what we're talking about, I wanted to just throw it out there as another perspective. This is my perspective. This is what I see with things as well. It's like, for me, it's another day in the office. And obviously a lot of collective is focused on this retrograde. So obviously it's a powerful energy force, because when collectively, a lot of collective focus their energy on something, it gets intensified. That's what it's like the meditation when people, when a bunch of people meditated and it like affected their freaking city and like close extremities and stuff like that. So it shows the power of the collective, us together in that aspect. But then it's like, okay, and this is just how I see it. All right, this retrograde, there's a lot of people who are focused on this retrograde. So it's a powerful, powerful energy. How can I use this to serve me? I mean, like, how can I use this in a way of not like being fearful of it, but in a loving way, in a praise way? Thank you, retrograde. You're here. You're a powerful force. This powerful energy right here. And how can I use this energy to serve myself and serve others, and really allow myself to even expand and flourish more in this, instead of, and this is the way that I feel it, like putting my tails behind my legs and like not allow infinite possibilities for myself. So it's like, for me, I like to use things like this as a moment of expansion, like a moment to learn more, expand more, and also to see a different perspective about it. And also, it's like, always ask a question like, how does God see the retrograde? Even though it is God. So it's also like, I'm not judging the people who feel that way, that they feel towards the retrograde and things like that. But it opens up just a conversation, dialogue like this as well. I always welcome that. Whoever's like 100% pro retrograde, let's have a conversation. 100% of not doing stuff in the retrograde, I would love to have a conversation about it. But it just reminds you of just like, when you believe something to that extent of the truth, of being the truth, then it's like, this is the truth and everything else is not the truth. You can fall into that type of way of stuff, but as this conversation we're having, this shows you there's always another truth out there to be discussed, and when you put them together, it's a nice little puzzle piece to add on to this universal puzzle with it. And I feel that this type of conversation and also having this openness can lead to a lot of resolutions for stuff. If we're able to like come together on both sides or whatever side it may be, and actually have a conscious conversation that helps the collective to bring more unity in for stuff, and also hear people out and be open to learning on the other side about things. Be pretty cool. We're getting there.
Perfect. Great conversation today, y'all. And stay magical.